Hello everybody and welcome to my witch's hat paperclip tutorial for our group on Facebook, Paperclip Art. Today I'm here to show you how I made this beautiful little babies. I found a video on YouTube where somebody was using pegs, wooden pegs, on how to put it together, and I decided to alter it for our group and how to turn it into paper clips. So exciting. Now I made this for a bigger project, which is putting it to close these treat bags. But for this tutorial today, I'm going to show you how I made these, just how I made these. I'll put a link for the entire video down below if you're interested in seeing the entire video. So the first one is just this one here, where it's just a plain design. Second one is you can go one step further and add like a little character. So here I've got a little fly, and there's another one where I have a spider. And third design is one where you can put, you know, sentiments, so poison, all decked out. So if you want to see how I made these, stick with me and let's get started. So I'm starting off this project with my Nestables circle dies. These are from Craft, but you can use what you've got. You're also going to need some paper clips, and I am using glitter foam. Now glitter foam is really good because you're going to need to thread some glitter foam through some glitter foam, and I'll explain that in a moment. So what I'm doing here is just showing you the pre-cut pieces. You're going to need rectangles that are about the size of 1.5 across by 2 down. And you're going to need your glue gun. You're going to grab your E6000, although in this project I found that I did not need E6000. The glue gun works really well with the foam. So what I did was I grabbed the third smallest circle die and the smallest circle die to make a sort of like donut shaped element. So I'm just bringing in my big shot here to show you how I'm doing it, and I'm leaving it in real time so you can see the different how long it takes in the different stages. And sometimes when I put things through on really fast, like a lot of people think it goes by too fast, and I'm trying to beat the clock, but I am going to leave it on real time here. So just run your 2 circle dies together on your glitter foam, and you're going to get what looks like a donut, like this. There is another way which I found, and I'll show you in a little while how I use the second way. You're going to fold it over like this. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer, and you're going to make sure, now if your dimensions do not measure mine, I mean obviously your circle dies are not going to be the same as mine, just make sure that your rectangle piece fits across the circle. So you're going to get the rectangle piece, 1.5 by 2, remember, fold it up and just mark where the center point is. Then what you're going to do is grab your scissors, and you are going to cut from one corner up to the point that you created, turn it around, then from the point down to the other corner, so you have made a triangle. You're going to use this first piece as a template, and you're going to line it up with the second piece, and you're going to cut a second triangle. These two will go together, so you want them to be as flush as possible. Now the next thing you need to do is you're gonna grab your paper clip. I'm using a gold paper clip, and what I'm doing is I'm just attaching it with double-sided sticky tape just to hold it in place. Removing that backing now, and if you want this to be sturdy, I'm going to suggest that you go ahead with your hot glue gun. You can also add your PVA glue, you can add your E6000 glue. I just found that the heat gun was enough of a job to I don't know, like melt the foam together. I'm not sure, it's really sturdy, so I didn't have to use my E6000, which is, you know, quite expensive and smells pretty bad. Line these triangles up together, and you have a paper clip triangle sandwich. Press them together firmly for like 5-10 seconds and let that hot glue hold. Now you are going to thread the triangle through the donut. You know what I mean. And now because it's foam, you can really widen that circle in the middle. I assume that if it's paper, you may tear your paper. That's why I'm recommending you use foam. Glitter foam is even better. So then you're going to apply your hot glue to the base, and always just sandwiching with your hand. Give it about 5-10 seconds to grab, and it does so very easily. And just yeah, fill that burrito. So again, holding it shut just until it dries. Doesn't take any long at all. And then just remove any extra strings, and just a little bit there on the corners. And basically you have the shape of a witch's hat. From there you can decorate any way you want. Let me show you how I did it. This is another way that I decided to introduce the hole in the donut. This is a 1/2 inch punch. So basically I started off with that 2.5 inch circle, and I fold it in half, and I'm just now, because it's foam, you know it's a bit thick, but it's gonna get in there. I'm smashing it in there, mushing it in there, and then also trying to center it nicely. And it does budge. Foam expands and contracts. Make sure it looks kind of center. You don't have to be too particular. And I'm just showing you here. Obviously the die that I had was maybe a 1/4 inch larger, but really it doesn't matter. Like I said earlier, it's foam. It will expand if you put pressure on it. If you were using paper, I say just maybe snip it slightly wider. It shouldn't be a problem. So from here you do as we said earlier. You thread the triangle sandwich through the hole, make it work, and it looks kind of like a floppy hat there. It looks okay. And then you apply the glue as I mentioned earlier, just making sure both brims touch, and hide the base of your triangle. Alright, so from here we're on to the fun part, which is decorating or embellishing. I have this gorgeous pack of trimmings by Tim Holtz Ideology, and I've dubbed this stuff Halloween tinsel. It's really cool. It's glittery and it feels pretty amazing. And what I'm doing now is I'm cutting off a little bit, and I'm applying some glue along the I guess the border between the triangle and the circle there. It doesn't look too ugly, but I just thought I'd hide it. It kind of looks a bit nicer here. I did kind of want to do one there, and I wanted to do one along the brim, but it doesn't leave too much room, so no worries. I have this cute little Sizzix thinlet which makes little paper bows, and I sat before I started videoing and made a few here. This is made using black cardstock, but I did use the glitter foam as the little centers in the middle to join the two bows. And all I'm doing is just adding some hot glue and attaching them just like that. And so simple, so cute. I really love how they turn out. I'm just removing the excess glue there. It always oozes. I think I should invest in like a thin nozzle hot glue gun. I use it a lot, so I think it will be worthwhile. Here I just wanted to show you that you can mix colors. So I've got the red and the black here. I've got the triangle and black threading into the red circle, and here I've got the triangle and red threading into the black circle. And just look how amazing this looks. The glitter foam is one of my most favorite I guess supplies that I'm using at the moment, and shiny, and it feels good, and it's got dimension. What's not to love? And so yeah, go ahead and just add your glue in the right places and turn it into the basic witch's hat. From here you are going to apply your trimmings or your embellishment. Here I'm using just orange and black twine from that same Ideology Tim Holtz pack. And I thought at first that orange and red would contradict, but actually everything goes together. I think you can make anything work, really. I think it looks great. I wrapped it around a couple of times, used my hot glue gun to hold it in areas. You know, like, it doesn't look too shabby. as long as you make really thin small applications of hot glue, it doesn't look too bad. So there's one with the orange twine. Here's another one with the Halloween tinsel, and I decided to just wrap it around the tip of the top there. You could actually put like maybe a little fluffy pom-pom at the top. That'd be really fun, but I don't have one, so I kind of did this little thing here. Very cute. Next, you can see what I think I want to do, and then I'm like, no, that's just too much. So next I again wanted to put it around the brim, but I thought it might be a bit too much, so I just have this thing about covering borders. I don't know why, so I added it there, and although on screen it doesn't look like there's much difference or contrast between the hat and the tinsel, it actually looks really cool. It looks like there's fur on the hat. So from here I have a little box of like Halloween spiders and flies. So I think I'm just preparing myself on how to use them as an element there. I've also added the paper bow there. That's so cute. And the black and red is just classic. It's gotta go. It's gotta go together. Now I've got some sentiments here, again from Tim Holtz Ideology, and it just says toxic. And those are my two witch hat paper clips. There goes a little spider. So you'll find that making these is really addictive, and you're just going to continue to make them for no reason other than you can. They're really cute to use in your planner. They're really cute to use for swaps, and they're really cute to use as little accessories for things like treat bags and loaded envelopes and whatever everybody's making these days in their craft world. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're not yet part of our group, we are extending a huge invitation to anybody and everybody who loves paper clips and art projects. Please join us. I've got the link down below. Please join us on Facebook and come and share your art with us. Have a lovely day today, and I'll see you in my next video.